Um, yeah, I want to say first, just thanks to Free Range Poetry and to this particular setting. I used to be pretty active in the poetry community here about 20 years ago, and doing a lot of readings around. And I got called into a different path, and had been following that path for about 20 years. And so began my reemergence by coming, into public, where I've been known and practicing my poetry within a certain spiritual community, but not much here in the general public. Anyway, I'm very grateful to John and to Free Range, and for this particular setting, the group of all of you who have provided for about the last year and a half for me a place to read. I want to start off by, by way of dedication, with this poem for my beloved Jennifer. It's called What You Hold. The long candles of our children's lives, protecting their bright flames and delicate wax. And the bouquet of this land that holds us, the astringent greens of the cedar and fir, the red and pink and yellow roses, the rhododendron and wisteria, the rich garden soil and sparse matted grass. You hold the bowl of laughter, the goblet of generosity, the platter of plenty that feeds our friends. And the sacred tinctures and teas, the remedial minerals, the soothing needles, the healing honey and chelating waters, the mysterious bottles of sugars and salts, the signatures of blood. You hold the songbook of the coyote and owl and the hymnal of the sacred harp. And the scrolls of wind, the chalice of rain, the sun's consecrating blade, the oracle of the clouds, the fog's holy velvet, the jeweled cloth of night. You hold the patchwork quilt that tells our story, so we remember who we are in the dark. And in the dark, my human body, my body aging, simple as it is, my body of skin, sinew, and fat, muscle, nerve, and bone, that has held your body all these years. You hold the yarn that knits my heart. You hold my heart. As we started out here, I am a Americani, and which is a traditional shamanic healer in the lineage of the Huichol people of Mexico. And to tell the story of how that happened is, well, I'd be here till the morning. But anyway, I have to say that it wasn't so much something I was looking for as something that found me and called me. Every year I go up to a village called San Andres Cojamiata in the Huichol Sierra in Mexico's western Sierra Madre. It's the name of the village in Huichol is Tatequie, which means the house of the gods. This is a poem called Looking Out from the Mesa at San Andres. The earth is complete, rich and full, multi-layered, dense with being, alive at every level. Everything imaginable thriving in her folds, intricately connected from her atmosphere to her core and through the infinite realms of her dreaming. So that, looking out from the mesa at San Andres, I drift with the vulture in the pure upwelling wind, and I eat the carrion with him, and I am the carrion, a rabbit already half eaten. And I'm the lords of death who carry the rabbit into the ground and piece him out. And I am the lords of birth who put him together and bring him back to a new warren in this very valley. And I am the hand that shaped this valley and drew through its center a deep ravine and poured out a labyrinth of mesas and mountains, their shoulders jostling clear to the plains of Ixtlan. And I am the wind that carves the faces of the gods into every rock wall. And I am the rain that wears down the mountains and mesas and makes the grasses and pinon and juniper grow at impossible angles, and washes the soil into the valley so that the valley is rich and pushes up corn in the ranchos. And I am the corn, gold tasseled with blue succulent teeth. And I am the farmer whose grandfather cleared this rancho and who, with his family, will climb the hidden trail up the cliff in a few days to join my people in the village for La Fiesta del Tambor. And I am the strange man sitting on this cliff, intoxicated by the oxygen-rich wind, my heart overflowing with gratitude, love, and awe, writing all this down. This is we go through a long apprenticeship and an initiation. And I wrote this recently for an initiation for new Mericate. The bloom of the people, flowers in each one. This mystery, one thought, one dream, divine beingness, the sacred earth alive. The bloom of the people alive on the earth. Intricate, infinitely diverse, one bloom, the people alive on the earth. Who is called to stand in this mystery? Who is called to hear this song? The bloom of the people alive on the earth. Who will carry the offerings and candles? Who will sing the mountain songs? The bloom of the people alive on the earth. Who makes of their lives a sacrifice? Who stands between the seen and unseen? The bloom of the people alive on the earth. Women and men have walked this path. Each has been broken, each one has died. The bloom of the people alive on the earth. In that breaking, each one opened. In that dying, each made alive. The bloom of the people alive on the earth. Who stands at the door of this mystery? Who is ready to walk through that door? The bloom of the people alive on this earth. All creation bends toward this moment. The bloom of the people, flowers in each one. The bloom of the people alive on the earth. The bloom of the people alive on the earth. The bloom of the people alive on the earth. The bloom of the people alive on the earth. Every day we slaughter animals for food. We eat them. In the initiation, an animal is sacrificed, a great animal. And there's something profoundly different when an animal is sacrificed. This is called blood sacrifice. When the sacred blood has been gathered and the lifeblood flows into the ground, and I hold with my brothers the strong, heavy bodies, pinning them, caressing them, grieving, giving thanks, as they kick out their lives, bellowing, breath bubbling through the bright, gaping wounds until they stop and are still. Then I will shout my joy to the sky and sing my thanks to the gods who have provided these lives in all their power and beauty. And to those who raised these bulls, and to my sister and brother who have made this sacrifice, and to the bulls whose lives have flowed from them. And I will take these lives into my life, into my muscles and bones and blood. And I will carry these spirits in my heart, their beauty and strength and fierce will. I will carry them all my days, giving thanks for this life, which I receive as a gift from the gods. In my tradition, the Wichita tradition, there are many layers of divine beingness, many what we would call gods. There's a universal one manifestation, but many manifestations, and the being that the God that is the intermediary between the human and the divine is Grandfather Fire, or the fire. And this is true in many traditions. It's called Grandfather Fire. Grandfather Fire lives in the ember and the flame. Grandfather Fire lives in the ember and the flame. Grandfather Fire lives in the ember and the flame. He sleeps in the woods, waiting. He sleeps in the woods, waiting. He crouches in the core of the earth. He makes the stones flow. He crouches in the core of the earth. He makes the stones flow. He crouches in the core of the earth. He makes the stones flow. He makes the stones flow. He makes the stones flow. He dances in the stars, elegant. He dances in the stars, so elegant. He dances in the stars, so elegant. Spiraling through infinite space. Spiraling through infinite space.